Welcome back to the Bearcat Tip-Off Talk podcast presented by Donahue Accounting Services. For friendly expert tax advice whenever you need it, come to Donahue Accounting Services. A leading accounting firm in Cincinnati, Ohio, our top-notch accountants strive to help you resolve all your financial and tax issues. Call Donahue Accounting Services today for a free consultation at 513-528-3982 or visit online at donahueaccountingservice.com. I'm your host, Alex Meacham, former Bearcat basketball player from 1997 to 1999, under the Hall of Fame coach, my guy, the legend, Bob Huggins.
And I'm Neil Meyer of the Front Office News.
And I'm JT Smith, editor-in-chief of the Front Office News.
All right, fellas, we are back for another episode, and we have so much to talk about. Before we jump into it, JT, can we get an update on the candy?
I've been good, man. I've been straight. I've been 11 days. 11 days. I ain't really had too many snacks like that. I think today I had a cinnamon roll, but besides that.
Hey, Meach, you want to see something? Hey, JT, see what I got right here? This was going to be for you if you would have showed up to the press conference today, buddy.
You good. I don't think my serious won't make me break. I'm good.
I'm trying, man. I'm going to get you to break.
Are those yours, Neil?
They were. They're now gone.
Oh, you ate them all.
Yeah, I ate them all. JT didn't show up to the press conference today. I got a little hungry.
Now, why don't you let JT be great, man? And that's like JT's recovering, like he's a recovering candy-holic, and you are, you're trying to
influence, man.
You're trying to make him relapse.
Yeah, I'm almost halfway through though. I'm getting there. Bro. I'm good. I'm out here working out. I'm out here shedding a little bit of weight. I'm straight.
Okay, doing good.
Yep.
All right, Neil. We won't defund you today on the podcast. Okay, we're gonna let you slide. All right. We know you had a rough week.
Yeah, it's been a rough one.
You've had a rough week, so we'll try to make it a good start to the weekend here. So the Bearcats are currently 6-3 after losing the Crosstown Shootout, 74-79. This is the Bearcat game recap segment sponsored by Purple Monkey Project. JT, let's start with you. Thoughts on the Bearcats' performance against Xavier? Oh boy, here we go.
All right, guys. So this is JT breakdown. Is this 6 days after the fact? So, hey man, it was piss poor, dog. It's just ripped the Band-Aid. No disrespect to Xavier, what Pitino's doing over there, turned over the team, new to the program. But this is the worst Xavier team I've seen ever. And for them to have one guy that that you had to control and let that one guy beat them by his damn self, it's inexcusable, man. Hate to say it. I wish I wasn't having this conversation with the Bearcat fans, but just got to keep it a buck, man. They let Carroll beat them the whole team by itself. They continue to let him off the hook. They let him off the hook with missed shots, shooting too many threes. They controlled Xavier's threes. They won the glass, but they didn't finish in the paint like they should have. I mean, they were the more athletic team, the bigger team, which Pitino even said after the game. And they just let them off the hook, man. It just I know playing in Centos is always tough, but hey, man, sometimes when you already lose a game to Eastern Michigan, you can't lose to Xavier. Not this Xavier team. Most of the time, Xavier has teams where you're like, hey, it's a coin flip over there. It's already tough playing over there. It's a rivalry, and everybody, you kind of understand sometimes, like, hey, this is probably a loss. And you don't want to say that before the game, but you're like, hey, it is what it is. But you play this team 100 times. I mean, I would expect the Bearcats to win 95 of them, personally. But the way they played that game, I would say it's a 50-50 toss-up, and that shouldn't be the case against this band of Xavier team. So it hurt, man, because it was a real bad showing, man. Real bad showing. They didn't double team the one person that was killing them. I don't remember seeing them double team him once, and I could be wrong, just because I just felt like the Men in Black person is trying to erase the memory of this game, like that little pen. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But it's like, damn, just double team him. And if somebody else beats you, you shake their hand. But you can't let the leading scorer be the leading scorer. You know what I'm saying? You know, and they don't have they had nobody that can create off the dribble besides him. And then so you don't have to worry about that. So it's just bad. It was bad. It was just bad. And then, you know, Miller, he had 17 rebounds, but he was 3 for 12.
Yeah.
He shot 4 threes. Bearcats are down 2. Kick it out to him. He hasn't hit a 3 all day. And nobody's out there. And the refs are actually calling fouls when people are driving. He lets them off the hook. I think Celestine might have hit a 3 to, you know, get the lead after that. But it just was a lot of little stuff that ended up burning the Bearcats minus free throws as well. I was trying to take everything, but it was a piss poor performance.
JT, let me address a couple things you brought up. So, listen, first of all, you've got to give Richard Pitino props for changing what they were doing at Xavier from early in the season. They were struggling. Yeah. And he says, you know, we're going to play, I think everybody's heard the story, but we're going to play mid-major style basketball. We're going to shoot a lot of threes. And so with that being said, give props to him for making those adjustments. But to your point, this is the worst Xavier team that you see that I can remember you playing. And I don't mean, and listen, when I say that, not to say that they're terrible, but of the Xavier teams that we've seen in the past, this is just not up to the standard because Richard Pitino's new coach overhauled the whole roster. So I get all that. But so with that being said, you've got one guy, and there were times Baba's guarding Trey Carroll. I can't remember who else guarded him a couple times. There were times that he just made crazy tough shots. Yeah. They were tough shots.
Yeah.
Okay, that's understandable. He's going to make some of those. But if he's cooking, you got to send somebody to double. You got to front, have somebody help side. And if they can swing around and hit some deep threes, JT, it is what it is. But and I'm going to throw this back to you, but when I was playing for the Bearcats under Bob Huggins, we had like a rule. And that rule is no one burns us twice. And, you know, obviously we don't play Xavier twice, but there are very few players that cooked the Bearcats like that without some sort of adjustment being made. Like Dwayne Wade's the only guy that I can never remember that cooked UC multiple times.
Yeah.
And he's he's a Hall of Famer.
Hall of Famer.
Right.
First ballot,
right? So, man, I like you said, man, I think JT, you hit it right on. It was just like no adjustment. It was like, okay, we've contested his shots pretty well. Let's just stay with this man coverage. And that wasn't it.
Yeah, because sometimes they were letting them dribble the ball like more than I feel like they were just letting them dribble like multiple times. It was like once he put it on the ground, second time it should have been, even if you're trying to hide it, somebody should have been coming, pause the double team. You know what I mean? They had to send somebody and they weren't. And then I will give them props for the 1-3-1. The 1-3-1 did slow them down. But at the end, Xavier caught a flow on the 1-3-1. And then Carroll started cooking again. When the game got in crunch time, who made the plays? Carroll. He can't be the one that, and if he made his free throws, he would have had, he missed 5 free throws. He still had 30. You know what I mean? So, it was a hell of a performance by him, but we just didn't adjust good enough because we had the size, we were more athletic. We did not take advantage of that. That's the one thing that hurt the most to me. And that's not a good sign, and that's what is making me a little nervous about just the outlook of the season, because the Big 12 isn't Xavier. You know what I'm saying? And it's not rivalries. It's like Xavier. So that adds a little something to it, but you're not going to be seeing teams that play like Xavier as far as the talent level, the overall talent level. And that's no slight to Xavier. Xavier, I mean, what Patino's doing and adjusting is they're going to win more games than people expect. It looks like, but they're not. This isn't a great Xavier team, and the Big 12 is a freaking gauntlet, man. Iowa State is beating people by 25 and shit. You know what I mean? Like you know, you got BYU coming back from being down 20 on people and stuff like that. You know, at a neutral site, it's Arizona out here giving people hands and feet. So like it ain't this ain't what we want, man. Like we got to figure it out. We got to look in the mirror and be able to figure it out pretty soon, man. Because I know I'm ranting a little bit, but that Big 12, man, it ain't for the weak. And right now we not playing Big 12 basketball.
Yeah. Well, the question is, will we ever figure it out? So, Neil, I know you want to say some things. I know you have some thoughts on the performance versus Xavier.
Yeah. So honestly, a lot to kind of unravel about what transpired last Friday night at Cintas Center. I mean, first off, the crowd, the environment, you know how it always is. It's hostile. I mean, I don't think I've ever been called an ugly squid before. I think that's a first. But, hey, I mean,
How'd you feel about it? Did you cry in the car, Neil, when they called you?
No, honestly, I laughed because I didn't see it. Like, I thought it was funny. And then just seeing the crowd, like, boo everybody. Like, so when they let the fans in, first off, let's talk about it because it's Xavier and I hate them. And I will bring it up. So they let the students in 3 hours before tip-off. They let them in at 4 o'clock. Their volleyball team was playing in the NCAA tournament, and they had it showing on the arena screen while they were waiting for the Crosstown to start. Xavier's women's volleyball team lost, and everybody in Cintas Center booed that they lost in the NCAA tournament. I thought that was pretty funny because then as soon as you boo your own team, the one team that's having success, gets to the NCAA tournament, wins the Big East, does a lot of good things. You boo them off the court just to turn around and slander UC. But I thought that was pretty interesting. But now on to the game aspect. I mean, JT, Alex, you guys have watched just about every game this season, and I'm going to say something where I thought that I saw the resemblance. Did you guys watch the Michigan scrimmage, the exhibition, the very first one?
I was out of town. I missed it.
Did you watch that, JT, from start to finish?
Nah, I couldn't get access to it.
If you guys can go back and find access to it, watch the second half of Yaxel Lindenborg versus Trey Carroll. What Yaxel Lindenborg did in the second half in that scrimmage where he was getting, I think he finished with 35 in that night or whatever it was. After holding him in the first half, he went out nuclear, went for 20 plus in the second half. He did everything that Trey Carroll did versus Cincinnati the other night, just flip-flopped it sides. So Lindenborg attacked the left side of the Bearcats defense, one-on-one matchup in the scrimmage. Xavier, Richard Pitino literally copied that film, showed it to his team and said, hey, Trey, go right. And it worked. And what I think really was interesting about that night is Trey Carroll did not arrive to the arena until after 6 o'clock for a 7:30 tip-off time. And he came in and first Crosstown Shootout, and he gave the Bearcats 30 plus. And he showed up basically an hour before tip-off. Not even an hour before tip-off, literally 20 minutes before warm-ups. He walked through the back door of the Cintas Center. And Richard Pitino mentioned it. He's a married man. He kind of showed up when he wanted to show up, and he said, hey, let me mess around and give you 30 piece real quick. So, I mean, they just simply had no answer. The 1-3-1 was not, I think if they would have went to the 1-3-1 earlier, it might have been able to cause a little bit of problems, and you would have been able to find a way to get back into the game. But the biggest thing to take away for Cincinnati is a positive. I thought Tyler McKinley played his ass off. I thought he played the best ball of his career, and I think people are only seeing glimpses of what he's capable of being, a huge asset for this team coming off that injury. I thought he was all over the place. 4 offensive rebounds, I believe, in the first, I think he only played like 18 minutes, but first 4 minutes he had three of those 4 offensive rebounds. That's huge for Cincinnati. But Now, you take that away, I thought Tyler McKinley was great, but Cincinnati had an opportunity there to kind of close this game away. Sean Abayev had some really big moments. You'd love to see that, but for Cincinnati, I mean, that was a Xavier team that was arguably the worst team on paper, but for now looking back for the last 6 years, I'm sure you guys saw this tweet. In the last 5 crosstown shootouts that have taken place at Xavier, every one of Xavier's stars have popped off. 2017, Trayvon Blewett went for 28 points. 2019, Najee Marshall went for 31. 2021, Jack Nungy went for 31. 23, Quincy Oliveri went for 27. 25, Trey Carroll goes for a career-high 30 points. So, I mean, just put that into perspective.
Let me say this, and I'm glad you brought that up, Neil, because that's a point that I have down here in my notes here. So you think about that whole. Let's look at that whole time frame since UC last one. What year was it again?
2017 was the last.
No,
non-30.
At Centos.
01.
2001.
Yeah, 01.
2001 to 2025 current. We've not been able to win in the Centos. It doesn't matter what player, doesn't matter what team, it doesn't matter what coach that we go there with as Bearcats. We lose that basketball game. We are jinxed over there. We've got to fix this jinx up. Because it is, honestly, fellas, it is unexplainable. It really is. Now, you can point to a lot of things. Like we could talk about Trey Carroll, and we should have done things differently defensively, probably the same other games. But, bro, we've gone over there with stacked teams and lost. It just doesn't make sense to me. So I have a good friend, Jack. He is a season ticket holder at Centos, die hard. His kids have gone through Xavier. And he even said to me, it just doesn't make sense to him. He has no idea how sometimes Xavier wins those games against UC at the Centos. I think we're cursed, fellas, over there.
I realize I'm there with him because, I mean, every time you walk in there, nothing good happens at Centos Center. Let's be honest. Nothing good happens at Centos.
Like being called an ugly squid.
Yeah.
Hey, I mean, if that's all you got, if being an ugly squid over there at Centos is the best they can do, I'll take it. I'll take it.
I'm going to Google search a squid real quick just to make sure I get it.
I'm glad that nobody be trash talking me, boy. I'll be scared when I'm little kids.
Did you see that video of when Cincinnati's media team came in, like all their videographers and everything, they got there at like 5:00. Dude, they got booed coming down the steps, like out of the locker room, coming through the stands.
Yeah.
Get booed at, and then they were getting all up in the media guy's face and everything. Like, yeah, some of the comments and stuff I heard in the stands before the game was so interesting, but it took a lot. It took a lot not to clap back.
Neil, I'm looking up squids here. I would have probably gone up and fought some people now looking at these squids.
Hey, I ain't the fighting type.
JT, if JT walked by and they said something to JT, we'd have to go, is that JT up in the stands?
That would be Malice in the Palace. Or I just roast them for real. But if they got a little too close, though, they would have got.
No, the best part was after the game, I'm standing down there like they blocked the tunnel off, and I'm standing down there like JT was right in front of me, and I know you saw it. You see that one little kid come running out the stands like he just saw like I don't know what he saw. He just like won like the lottery or something. It was this like 30-year-old kid. Came running down. He kept bumping into all the media guys. He was getting smacked by cameras. They had to escort him out.
Wait. You just said a 30-year-old kid. How can you be?
Yeah, he was acting like a 30-year-old child.
Oh, he was really an adult, but he was acting like a kid. Gotcha.
Yeah. He was like all hyped, like, oh, good game, coach. And he had to like make his way down to the floor. And it was so tight in there, Meach, when we were trying to get down to the press conferences. And like you were right in the student section. And then you had maybe about, what was it, JT, 2 feet before you're at the court, basically, in the chairs?
Yeah.
Like, you had no room. You had cameras everywhere. It was like people were in your personal space. And then we just had this one drunk kid come running down and start throwing all of us to the side. I gave him a look. I was like, bro, like, it's not that deep. Y'all have beat us for the last 25 years here. Like, go sit back down with your homies over there while they watch you look like a fool.
Anything goes down at the Centos. This is the Bearcat game recap segment sponsored by Purple Monkey Project. All I'm going to say on this, and we're going to get up off the Xavier game, and we're going to start talking about Georgia, is whatever this jinx is we have at the Centos Center, we've got a couple years to figure this out before we go back out there. We need to have Neil do a rain dance or something.
Know what we got to do.
Look, I'm going to tell you right now.
Hold on, Neil. JT?
I know what we got to do.
Okay.
We got to call Lil B. Lil B got to break the curse, bro.
Oh, I forgot about Lil B. How's Lil B doing these days?
I don't know, man. Lil B, I haven't been checking like his socials like that, but he only person to fix it.
For those that don't know, can you explain Lil B?
Lil B has put curses on multiple athletes.
Woo!
I think James Harden.
James Harden was the best.
He put one on KD, but when KD went to the Golden State Warriors, he removed the curse, and what happened? He won a championship. You know what I'm saying? We need Lil B to remove the curse. He didn't put the curse on us, but we need him to use his powers to remove it.
I agree. We need something.
Yeah, because that's the only person I can think of, man.
Let's tweet at Lil B
to remove the curse.
Look, I can tell you, it's not going to be a rain dance from Neil. They saw it the other night in the defund me clips. Nobody want to see that again.
Nope, you're right about that. You are right about that.
You're correct.
The Purple Monkey Project was formed following the tragic loss of 10-year-old Reagan Vanasse in May of 2021. Reagan was a ray of sunshine who lit up every room. The Purple Monkey Project is named after Reagan's favorite stuffed animal and seeks to keep Reagan's spirit alive by being a ray of light in the community and promoting random acts of kindness. By providing scholarships and other financial support of youth and youth-centered charities in Southwest Ohio. The Purple Monkey Project seeks to pay it forward, all in the name of Reagan. To learn more about the Purple Monkey Project, please visit purplemonkeyproject.org or visit them on Facebook at Purple Monkey Project. Now, this Saturday at 3 p.m., the Bearcats take on Georgia in Atlanta, Georgia. You're listening to the Bearcat Tip-Off Talk podcast presented by Donahue Accounting Services. So let's jump into the Big O segment, sponsored by Oakley Greens. In this segment, we cover players to watch in key matchups. JT, who are you expecting a big game from?
Hey, man, I'm going with Shana Bayev, man. I thought he had a real good game against Xavier. I feel like he is getting the shot off a little bit better. I'm expecting him to have 15 plus, man. I think I like what I saw from him in the last game. So hopefully they run some more sets for him. Maybe get him some shots at the elbow. But I like what I saw last Friday from him for sure. So I'm banking on him to keep that momentum. You can see when he starts to make shots, it kind of gets contagious for him. So hopefully that happens on the road, in Georgia, because we gonna need it.
What do you want to see from him? Like, how do you want him? Because I know he's been criticized for taking some tough threes.
Yeah. So I don't want his first shot to be a three unless it's on one of those. It's not like him just dribbling up and he's shooting it more. So I want it to be like ball movement.
Okay.
All right, he catches it, boom, shot. But I wouldn't mind his first shot being a floater or his midi, because he does have, like, I feel like the scouting report is probably to jump on his three. He's out to on the side step, maybe just pump fake and take a couple dribbles in, make a couple middies. Because he got that in his game, so I wouldn't mind seeing that, and then him attacking the rim. And if he's not able to get his shot off, being able to create for somebody else to hopefully get a layup or a wide open three.
All right, Neil.
Yeah, for me, I'm going to go with Baba Miller in this one, and the reason I say that is obviously it seems like now Baba is starting to get close to 100% healthy following the hip injury that he suffered in the Louisville game. And that was an injury where Wes Miller said earlier today that he feels like Baba was playing the best basketball of his career before that injury happened. So then obviously you get that little hiccup, that injury there, and he believed he was playing the best ball of his career as well before that happened, and he states he's trending in the right direction, and they're going to need him in a matchup like this, and they're going to need him for many matchups this season. So I think this is the game where Baba Miller gets everything figured out for Cincinnati.
One thing I think Baba has a tremendous amount of talent. I think he's an NBA talent. But the one thing I saw against Xavier that concerned me, and get your guys' thoughts on this, was he just has to get stronger with the basketball. And listen, there are guys that are thin in the NBA, the Kevin Durant's. There are a lot of guys that don't have all, the muscle bound like LeBron James, but they have they have a strength about them and about their game. And I just didn't see that at times from Baba Miller. And I think he needs to improve in that area. Your guys' thoughts?
No, I'm right there with you. And for Baba, I mean, yeah, he is that like slender build for a guy with a 7-foot frame. Like you mentioned, KD and a couple other of those guys have had a lot of success for it. But I think for him, it would be if he was a little bit stronger, a little bit more physical. Because when he drops, like when he's driving to the basket, he does a lot of things that Cincinnati players didn't do in the years past, especially with the roster under Wes Miller. Like, he's aggressive. He'll drop his shoulder and he'll go attack the basket. But in order for him to do that, he's got to be stronger with the basketball to have that success.
Great team.
Yeah, he's got to get a little stronger. I feel like he was kind of fading on some shots sometimes. I mean, I feel like he's already the bigger person where he needs to finish through him, where he's not finishing through the contact is clean as he probably should, especially as somebody his size. But I feel like shooting 3 for 12 against a smaller front line, that kind of shows that, and the teams are going to see that book. And if he's not going to be able to make that face up shot to be able to score, he's going to have to go through that contact. It's going to get tougher. So he's going to have to, work on that for sure, because it's going to be teams better than Xavier coming up on the defensive end. So it ain't going to get no easier.
Yeah. At the next level, too. If I'm an NBA scout and I watch that game, that's the first thing I write down.
Yeah.
Lacks the physicality and strength down there. And think about this, like Dermar Johnson was thin, but he was a pretty strong dude down there, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying he was the strongest person, but he was very physical.
Yeah, like sneaky, some of the wire strength guys. So
yeah,
he just got something he's got to adjust, because his game, he's got a smooth game. Baba has a smooth game, so he has to just tone up that post play a little bit, because against the teams that aren't as good, it doesn't really affect him because their teams they're not on his level at all. He's got the skill, and some people that other teams are going to be guys just as big or close to his size, where he's going to have to be ready to finish through that contact. Refs aren't going to always give him a call either, especially if he's fading away.
Nope. The Big O segment is sponsored by Oakley Greens. So my player to watch is going to be Tyler McKinley. I think I speak for you guys in a lot of ways because we've talked about this, but I've been so impressed with Tyler thus far. Coming off of an injury, not playing last year, and it makes you wonder if he didn't get hurt, where we'd be today with Tyler. And sometimes, and I was talking to Tyler's brother Alex about this. This was after the Louisville game. I told him, I said, man, sometimes the injuries aren't a bad thing, and it's part of your journey. It might create another fire, in you, and just create another monster. So, but you wonder, like, how much could he have helped the team last year if he didn't get hurt? Where would that put him this year? I've been impressed. He continues to make winning plays, gets rebounds. It's just like when he gets in there, he just does things that the other guys that were in prior to him aren't doing.
Yeah.
So I look for that to continue, and my hope is that his wind gets better.
Yeah.
Conditioning gets better, and he can play more minutes and have more impact. And hopefully this is a game where we're a little bit closer to that.
Yeah, for sure. Like, they piggyback on that, because I saw against Xavier, there was a couple. I know one time I saw him where he had to come out. You know what I mean? Where it wasn't. I don't think West was trying to take him out, but he was spent. You know what I mean? So I just think that injury and stuff like that, just he isn't at the tip top shape, or where he probably would be coming off a major knee injury like that. But he still, when he's out there, he makes a lot of plays, man. I mean, people might look at his stat line and not be impressed, but that just means they just didn't watch the game.
Yeah. And, and the thing is too, like, you're doing something right when you are tired and you have to come out of the game and people are like, man, we need him back in the game.
Yeah. People are like, they should have played him more, but I think honestly, it just was like you said, it was just the win part of it. But like people are like, they should have played Tyler more. Why didn't he only play? I think 15 minutes or whatnot when he played. But people, I've seen a lot of people message like say that online, like he should have been playing, like that was 15 minutes too less, not enough. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, and listen, I think Tyler will get there. He'll keep working on his conditioning. Because it's one thing running on a treadmill, working out in practice, and then you actually get in a big game and you're getting, right. It's just a different animal. You just got to keep playing.
Yeah.
And also my hope is that, some of the other guys, I've been so impressed with the guys that come off the bench, Ty, Buck, Celis, like those guys coming off the bench, right? Have done some impressive things, man. I think they're gonna have to help out more.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I thought Jalen, I know if we keep going back to this game, we played a hell of a game. I mean, he had the three to make the Bearcats go up by one, and then they gave it right back. But I mean, that was a big time shot.
When he hit that three to put UC up, they put him up by one, right?
Yeah.
By one. I don't know about you guys, but I'm like, are we really winning?
Yeah.
How are we winning this game?
How?
We had them, and then they came down and chucked up two dumb threes the following possession that came nowhere close.
Man, and this goes back to when I was growing up. I used to have a coach that said that sports, basketball, inches and seconds are so key in athletics when it comes to wins and losses. And if you go and you look at games like Louisville, this Xavier game, just think how different the narrative would be if UC does a couple things different against Louisville. I know Day had like a couple poor assists here and there.
Yeah.
Baba doesn't get hurt. Some things go differently with Xavier, and we win those two basketball games, and that's inches and seconds in some ways. It'd be a different narrative with this basketball team.
No, for sure.
Right?
Changes a lot. You beat Louisville. And Xavier. Everybody's you got a little runway to kind of figure it out.
Not even that. You just beat Xavier. You could have a little bit more runway than what you got now.
It would be, but not the same. Not the same.
Yeah, obviously, if you beat both of them, you have more runway there. Being Louisville's a top 10 team right now, and Xavier's just Xavier. But if you win both of those, you have a lot of things going for you right now.
Yeah, for sure.
A lot more than what's going on now. We're gonna get to that here very shortly. The Big O segment is sponsored by Oakley Greens. Oakley Greens, the ultimate spot to catch your hometown team in every big game. With 6 giant LED screens and TVs at every angle, it's more than a sports bar. It's your entertainment headquarters. All the sports, all the time, all at Oakley Greens. Located in Oakley Station next to the cinemas. They can be reached or check them out online at oakleygreens.com. You're listening to the Bearcat Football Talk podcast presented by Donahue Accounting Services. Ladies and gentlemen, around the world, he was recently defunded, but now he's back with one of the favorite segments on our podcast. It's the name game with Neil Meyer.
You see that? Got defunded, and I got brought right back, baby. It didn't last long, folks. We're back.
You just going with the head nod today?
Yeah, that dance. You guys really almost had me get defunded in real life out there.
Yeah, no more dance moves.
Hey, until they start winning big games, we got to keep it. We got to keep it cordial and calm.
Okay. All right, Neil, let's jump right into the name game. We are going to look at Georgia. And for those that are new to the podcast, welcome. Thank you for listening. For those that have listened to us for a while, we have this thing called the name game. And it's where we look at the opposing team for the Bearcats and look at their roster and look at some of the names. There's so many influx of foreign players that just have names that we're not used to, just goofy names. I think Xavier had a couple. All Right was one of them, who has a brother named Always Right. All right, listen to that. That's crazy. But I think for this one, The name game, Neil Meyer. We have Georgia. I think we have, JT, a name on this roster that might take the number one spot.
Oh dang! I have not checked this roster out. Hold up.
No, get
I'm ready.
yourself.
I'm ready now.
Ready. So I think we've got one. We're going to get to it here shortly. So Neil, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Let's start. Now we don't have a lot, but I think there are some quality ones here. First one. Let's start off with number 0, and it's not a crazy name. It's just something I want to talk about.
Number 0. His name is Blue Cane.
Blue Cane. Now, how do I know what's the Blue Cane? What's that from? Help me
I
out.
can tell you.
Is that from like that name sounds so familiar?
Blue Kang.
Blue Cane.
It sounds like Liu Kang from Mortal Kombat.
True.
Fast.
True. That's kind of a dope name, though.
It is. Blue Kang.
Blue Cane.
Blue
I
Kang.
mean,
it's like Blue Magic.
Blue
Blue Kang. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Here we go, JT. This is the name that I think might take the number one spot. You ready, Neil?
Yes, sir.
For Georgia Bulldogs, number 2.
Number 2 for Georgia is Sam Tonchukwo, a.k.a. Samto Cyril. And Meach, before we get into Samto Cyril, this is a guy who's been blowing up for the last few years during his time at Overtime Elite.
That name is something else. Say it again. Let's make sure we've got this down. Say it again.
Sam Tonchukwo Cyril. Hold on, I got the pronunciation. You ready?
You hit it?
Yeah, did you hear it?
No.
Let me
Somto Chukwu, Somto Cyril.
You guys hear it?
Yeah, yep.
Wow. Let's do him say the first one again. Hold on.
Somto Chukwu, Somto Cyril.
Respect.
Man.
Hey, he's a baller too.
I hope so. Well, you got one of those names.
Yeah.
You better be. You better be.
He was originally committed to Kentucky before Calipari dipped. Did you guys know that?
I did not know that.
Mm-hmm.
I did not know that.
He was one of those 17-year-olds that came out early to college and was going to do 2 years at Kentucky.
And then go to the league.
Yeah, and then go to the league.
Gotcha. All right, let's jump into our next one. Like I said, they're not a lot on this team, but some good stuff. Number 4, Neil.
Number 4 is Marcus Smurf Millender.
Yeah.
Smurf.
My guy Smurf. I rock with that one. We need to find out why he's Smurf.
Yeah, Smurf.
Let's see if it gives it in the bio.
Now, I'm a big fan of the Smurfs. I liked the Smurfs when I was growing up. JT, did you watch the Smurfs?
That's rock with the Smurfs.
Yeah, man.
Smurfs was legit. Watched Smurfs a lot. Yeah, Smurf was.
I guess that's his nickname.
I mean, yeah.
Because when I'm reading it says personal, it says born November 29, 2024. Smurf is the son of Kimberly Coleman and Marcus Millender Sr.
It's definitely a nickname, but we gotta find out why.
Yeah, we gotta find out why. Yeah.
Like Smurf, like
Unless it could also, I mean, I'm not saying it would be, but some people, you never know with the name game, they have some interesting middle names as well. It could be just a middle name that he goes by too. You never know. But I'm curious to find out.
I don't know if his middle name's gonna be Smurf, but
yeah, I ain't giving him Smurf for the middle name.
Never know.
They got the quotes on there. Otherwise, they just would have rocked it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's something. Maybe I don't know why, but it must have worked. I don't know. I ain't even about to assume, bro. Smurf.
No, we need to. We need to ask him that at some point. All right, Neil. Last one. Let's scroll down to support staff. And once you get down to the support staff, he is number 5 person on support staff, right after Colin Crane.
Yashimoto Saedo.
Yoshi.
Yoshitomo Saedo,
I like that.
athletic trainer.
Yep. He looks trustworthy. Trustworthy in that field. I think he looks trustworthy. All right, not a lot of names on that one, but it's always fun with the name game. Who do you guys think's in the lead right now?
Gob Gob.
Gob Gob's always in the lead.
Yeah, for sure.
Always or all right.
All right,
Up
might
there.
be
All right's up there.
All right, might be up.
You think All Right's in the lead right now?
Yeah, I'm gonna go all right. Because like your last name is Right. Why would you name your kid All?
Imagine going out and putting up double digits in the Crosstown Shootout. Then he goes out to the bar or something after that night celebrating the win, and someone goes, "Hey, all right, you all right?"
Neil, see, you about to be defunded on that joke, Neil.
Man,
I know it wasn't good, but
need a Sandman.
you never know. I mean, look, nobody's
Need a
checking in.
Sandman for his ass.
Look, nobody's checking in on Xavier people like that. But I mean, just imagine going out and somebody being like, "Hey,
This
are you all right?"
Hey, Neil, you almost got defunded. You almost got removed from the podcast.
Got removed, man.
Funded.
That was worse than a dad joke. That was bad.
Hey, Neil, it was a good thing you said that after the name game because we would have to do the name game without you, bro.
Yeah, man, we were going to do it in conjunction.
This would have been the name game with JT Smith.
Yeah,
Oh.
it'd have been terrible, but we would have done it because that was we was going.
So Neil, let me tell you what happens. So I learned this a long time ago. In our brain, okay, we have a committee. Okay? We have a committee of people. When you think of something and you think of a joke or you think of something to say, your committee goes, they vote and they go, no, don't say that. Your committee in your brain agreed that joke was okay to say. Neil, we got to change your committee, bro. We got to change the committee, dog.
It was like,
hey, I just want to know.
It was like green. It was like, yes, it was a green. Hit the button, say it.
Look, I'm just saying, this is year 4 of the Bearcat Tip-Off Talk podcast, and this has now turned into a We Roast Neil podcast.
Hey man, you're making it so easy right now, Neil. I'm trying not to beat this guy.
Hey,
You keep bringing me back. Like you keep trying to give me candy. I'm trying not to crack jokes. You just making it too easy, Neil, man. Come on now. Come on, man. I'm trying to be semi-serious.
Neil, we love you, but sometimes you got to defund family members, bro.
Yeah, man. We gotta keep it real with you, man. Everybody can't be a yes man, you know. Like you got people like, that's wrong. You know what I'm saying? You can't. Everybody around you can't always agree with what you're saying. You feel me? If I say something you don't like, you gotta be like, nah, I don't know about that, JT. That's cool. That's cool. You know what I'm saying? But you can't be like, yeah, be like, dog, like it's powder on my face. You know what I'm saying? You gotta tell me to clean it up. You know?
Yeah.
Don't let me go out there looking crazy.
We're here for you. We're here for
friends
you.
and family do, man. I'm trying to let you know.
We're here for you, Neil. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I got you.
If we can't help you, who gonna help you? You know.
That's
At least
true.
you ain't missing.
I could be missing again too. That's a valid point.
How many years have you made it without Neil missing? 2?
3.
3.
It's 3 years.
3 years.
3 years. Shit, after losing to Xavier again, I wanted to go missing. Damn.
I was shocked. I definitely had you on the report. Like, man, are we gonna get a text?
I was gonna pop up on the injury report.
I get a text. I'm like, who is this? Neil's dad. Have you seen Neil? Nope. How'd you get my number, bro?
Is it blocked? No, I'm just playing.
Hey, how did your dad get my number, by the way, Neil?
Man, I got no idea. To this day, I got no idea.
So my question is this: if you were missing, he couldn't have got it from you. I've never even prior to that, I've never met your dad. I don't even know anybody we have in common.
Man, that man still uses Cincinnati Bell as his Wi-Fi provider. I don't know how that man had access to getting y'all phone number.
Hey, legend, man.
Hey,
they know people in high places, man. Respect.
somehow, yeah. I need to find out, man. We need to Get the FBI on that.
Yeah.
All right, let's jump into the Kenyon segment, keys to the game. JT, I know partly what you're going to say.
Yeah.
What do the Bearcats need to do to win?
Man, find some offense inside the 3-point line, please. Please, man. Everything can't start outside the 3-point line, and we can't shoot. All right, we can shoot some threes, but I wouldn't mind if we have some semi bans on people from not shooting threes. And I'm being a little harsh, but I wouldn't mind our big guys. I don't want to see no big guys shooting a three. I think Tyler, only one I would be okay with shooting a three right now.
And he doesn't even really look to shoot the three.
He doesn't, but I've seen him hit a few. The others, I haven't. So
now, which was crazy, JT, you mentioned that because you and I had this conversation at halftime at the Crosstown Shootout. We said, dang, Baba hasn't been able to hit a three in a few games. And we watched him at halftime, Meach, hit 9 threes in a row coming out of the locker room in that like final 3 minute of the halftime warm-up period. And then they come out and they can't hit the broad side of the barn.
But I noticed when he shot him, he was shooting on the right side of the floor. The big three he missed was on the left side of the floor. I don't know, but I ain't seen him make one in the game. So right now, I'm okay with not seeing him shooting no threes right now. Hey, y'all can yell at me if y'all want on that one, but they gotta get some. They gotta be able to get some inside the paint and inside the 3-point offense for sure, man. Some easy buckets, and it's gonna be a little tougher against Georgia. Georgia's an athletic team for sure, but they gotta get some easy shots, man. It can't just be all throw it around the 3-point line. All right, first time I got a little bit of air, I'm shooting a three. We gotta be able. It's got to be coming from smooth offense, and that's what they got to work on. And I think if that happens, they'll be able to, then that should have some 2-pointers that can hit. I don't want them to shoot. I feel like they were almost like 50. I feel like they were damn near 50% 2-pointers, 50% threes against Xavier. We can't have that. It got to be a better ratio.
Yeah. Well, and once again, I'm watching the UC game, and Day has the ball, and he's kind of like dribbling. He's inside the 3-point line. He's like dribbling around, like looking for someone to pass and looking to set something up. I'm like, dude, just passed up like 4 middies.
Yep. I've seen that. There's a couple.
I'm like, I'm thinking to myself, if I'm a player right now with just even some decent height, and I played like Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, I could cook in college basketball right now. Because I'm thinking, like, if somebody could knock down that midi was open all day, like even Baba Miller, like you catch it in the post, boom, with that link, being able to do Jordan Kobe fadeaway.
Yeah.
That would cook right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like those small things right now, I mean, you have 15 points easy.
Yeah, for sure. It's there, man, because it's almost like the league where everybody's either playing three or layup, dunk.
Yep.
And it's just like pump fake, getting there, shoot the mid-range. You're going to miss a couple. That's fine, but just shoot them with confidence. If you miss 23s, but you take 10 less threes, shoot 10 middies, and you make 5 to 7 of those, that's a difference between a win and a loss to me.
Yeah.
Even if you don't shoot the free throws, that'll kind of help offset our bad free throw shooting.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So my bad, Neil, on that. But
let me say one more thing. So I remember my first year at UC, in the off season, we had shooting drills to do. One of the shooting drills was from 3 spots: top, wing, right wing, left wing. We would catch, pump fake, 1 dribble shot.
Yeah.
So if we're at the top of the 3-point line, you catch it, top of the key, pump fake, you go to the right elbow, jump shot.
Yeah.
Pump fake, left elbow, jump shot, right?
Yeah.
Now, you don't see people do that as much. It's pump fake, step to the side,
Yeah.
step back, shoot a deeper three,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, for sure.
And I'm like, I don't ever even remember like pump faking and stepping back. I just don't
Yeah.
even remember practicing that, let alone doing it.
No, it's definitely a practice thing, but I just it's okay to shoot some twos. Like we let the analytics people put a lot of people in a trick bag. Honestly, and that's like the biggest thing. Like people arguing all the time, it is a bad shot. I'm like, okay, but if you shoot 10 threes, only make 2 of them or make 1, and you could have shot 5 or 6 mid ranges and made a couple of those, you're gonna have more points at the end of the day. I don't care if you think it's a bad shot or not. A bad shot is a shot you miss. At the end of the day,
Exactly. So there's a middies a bad shot,
the midi is a bad shot in analytics.
okay. So then, who was the MVP of the league last year?
Exactly.
NBA. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. All he did was shoot middies.
All he did.
Who are arguably 2 of the greatest offensive players ever in the history of basketball? Jordan and Kobe.
Middies.
So it's a bad.
Yeah,
right.
the best.
The analytics hate the mid-range jump shot.
Yeah,
right?
it's like they don't want you to do it. Like if you played as a computer off analytics, you would not shoot a mid-range shot.
The college game right now, analytically, is live and die by the 3 ball, and it's absolutely mind-boggling, in my opinion.
Like if you go by analytics, you will not shoot the mid-range. Like you just won't do it. That's what I tell all my kids. Like you're gonna shoot the mid-range. Like Zane, I make him
especially nowadays too, because like you mentioned, JT, Cincinnati has not had a point guard that has been able to attack a mid-range game with a floater in his bag since David DeJulius. And that is what they are lacking completely. You can find a way to attack the paint and you can get a floater, especially as an undersized guard. Like Cincinnati's guards are not 6'5", 6'6". Yes, you have Sean Abayev, who's 6'10", but Kirk Carissa, Dede Thomas, both guards who are undersized. Keyshawn Tillery, an example, also undersized. At what, 5'11"? Developing a floater would be ideal for those guys. And I think it would be something that could help this team kind of put more points on the board if they had that in their bag and they were able to utilize it a little bit more.
All right, Neil, let's use that as a segue to your keys to the game.
Yeah, I mean, it's a perfect segue, too, because for me, Wes Miller mentioned it today in his press conference, right? This team went 0 for 7 on layups versus Xavier. I mean, that's essentially the ball game right there. You convert on 2 of those and you hit a couple other free throws, you win that game. For me, I want to see Cincinnati's guards attack more, like JT mentioned, attack the basket. But I want to see this team shoot higher than 50% from the foul line. And I think if you can drive in and take contact around the basket and get to the free throw line and get some easy points, that's huge. But right now for Cincinnati, they're shooting roughly 50% from the foul line on the season. There is no such thing as easy points for Cincinnati coming from the foul line right now because they're leaving so many opportunities out on the floor.
What did Xavier shoot from the free throw line?
What do they shoot right now on the season?
No. What did they shoot that game? What did we shoot and what did they shoot?
Let me pull it up real quick.
They were like under 60 as well.
So they didn't shoot
it well either. They could have beat us by more if they hit the free throws. I think they were like 13 and 23 or something.
Yeah.
I feel like they were higher than that.
No, they weren't bad. They were bad. I'll double check. We were bad and they were bad too.
Yeah.
I'm looking at it right now. The box score, Xavier knocked down. Cincinnati went 11 for 22. Xavier went 13 for 23.
So that's both was terrible.
Yep.
Like I think I looked at the numbers just in the Big 12. If the Big 12 season started right now, I think we are the worst free throw shooting team in the conference or 15th. We're either 15th or 16th from three-pointer. No, we're worst free throw shooting team by 4%. And from 3, we are the second we're 15th of 16 from 3 right now. And from the field, we are the worst shooting team in the conference right now.
Yeah. Well, I can't remember the last time that the Bearcats were a great free throw shooting team. I can't remember.
Me either.
I don't remember which team was, but it just always seemed like it's been an issue.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys get this, but I'll run into Bearcat fans every now and then. They're like, "Will you go down there and tell them to go practice their free throws?" I'm
It's
like,
it's funny how many people tell JT and I heading to the press conferences or whatnot, whether that's on social media or people we pass in the stands. Hey, you going to ask Wes about free throws? No, we are not, because what is it going to do? We can't go out there and perform for him. I mean, yes, it's frustrating. You want answers on it, but we can tell you that we see at practice that they're putting up free
They're
throws.
definitely working on free throws.
they're
That's for
working
sure.
on it. Yeah, they're working on it.
They're definitely.
It's a mental thing, Free throws is in a lot of ways a mental thing, a concentration thing. But it's just disappointing that the Bearcats historically have not shot haven't shot free throws very well.
Yeah.
And one of the things that I'm going to look for this game against Georgia is one thing that I was disappointed in the Bearcats against Xavier was the defensive toughness. Very disappointed. I think it was one time I can't remember if it was Trey Carroll, whoever it was kind of going baseline and went around and went up for a layup, and Mustafa just stopped, didn't even try to block it. And I'm like, aren't you a shot blocker? And it was just, I don't know, there were just some things toughness wise that when you put on that jersey, right, with Cincinnati across your chest, it's just a known thing that you're going to play defense.
Yeah.
You're going to, and if you aren't the greatest defender, you're going to play tough. That's for sure. And I don't feel like I didn't feel that against Xavier. I was disappointed in that, and I'm hoping that we could have some bounce back against Georgia, because I think for some it's there. Like, I'm never going to question someone like Buck Harris defensively. Like, he gets after it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to question somebody like Tyler. I know Tyler McKinley is a capable defender, and I've watched the kid play, my whole life. And there are other guys that I feel like that are capable. Some I don't think are.
Yeah.
Some don't care. Some don't care to defend at a high level. They rather score, and that's them. But I think you guys correct me if you think I'm wrong. I might just be an old head from back in the day that played that's talking, but I think Bearcat identity should always be tough defensively.
Yep.
That should just be Bearcat DNA, period. That's my opinion.
Yeah, I'm right there with you.
We could be a team that scores 100 points one year, cool, whatever, outscore, but the defensive principle should never leave the third arena. I'm sorry, that's me. That's how I always look at it.
For sure, man.
You go. There's some other programs, like I have been to a lot of college basketball arenas, watching from the stands and watching games, and there are some fan base that don't care about defense. They want to see scoring, dunks, threes, right? That's spectacular.
Yeah.
They don't care. That's not us. That's not who the Bearcats are.
No, for sure, man. Well, this is who it's gonna hurt my heart every time I say it, but like Houston, is like the Bearcats on steroids.
No doubt.
Like they could score a little bit better than I feel like the teams that we were talking about, like especially during the Mick era. But they play that brand of gritty defense. Like they sink their teeth into playing defense, and that's just kind of what you expect, on the Bearcat side of things. But it's just, I don't know. They got a little bit of that in them, not to Houston level. That's not. I'm just not. I just don't see that. But it's just like you said, man. It's what you expect on the Bearcat side of things. I mean, I just look how they play defensively against Louisville, man. That gives me hope. But but they got to get back to it sooner and later, because I mean, you're 9 games in, 6-3, and the loss that they have. The Louisville loss, we can cross that off, but I mean, that's a game that was there for the taking for them, so that's what sucks. But EMU and Xavier, even though Xavier always wins at Centos, man, it just, get you that blah feeling.
Yep. This is a great segue into our next segment. You're listening to the Bearcat Tip-Off Talk podcast, presented by Donahoe Accounting Services. Now, we're going to jump into the Twyman segment, and this is where we cover hot topics. So, our good friend Mike on Twitter, he tweeted at us and asked us to address the coaching situation. So, let's do that. First off, JT, I'm going to start with you. Will Wes Miller make it another season at UC, or has the ship sailed?
Man, that's a great question, Mike. Saw that earlier. Man, ship is definitely got gas in that bad boy. That's for damn sure. It just depends on what happens. I mean, he still can save himself here. It's getting rougher. He can't keep kicking the can down the road. But if you beat a Georgia, beat a Clemson, I think people will start feeling more confident going into the Big 12. The Big 12 is realer than real deal Holyfield. You know what I mean?
Listen to this. Listen to this, JT. I'm going to name these teams that they still have left. I mean, we've got Georgia and Clemson, both teams that are playing some good basketball right now. But let's look at this. Let's go Iowa State, number 4 in the country.
Iowa State.
Let's look at Houston, number 7 in the country. Texas Tech, number 16 in the country. BYU, number 10 in the country. Kansas, number 19 in the country. We still have all those games. That could mean one or two things. You win some of those, you win the fans back, head in the right direction, or you lose those, you better put your stuff in an Uber and get out of town.
Yeah, that's real. I mean, because look, you win those 2 games, you win these Georgia and Clemson games, you get a little bit more excitement back. It's not going to be full excitement because they're going to be kind of apprehensive. But you're going to, if you lost, all right, say, I'll just go by Fifth Third Arena. Say you lost 2,000 fans or 2,500. You get back, you win those 2 games, you get back 1,000 of them, right? You're like, all right, they show me a little bit of promise, ready to rock and roll. But you got this murderer's row, which everybody knows that you don't win a few of those games that you're not supposed to win, like you don't beat a Houston or, so many good teams that if you win a couple, most of those games are going to be the underdog. So if they win a few of those games where they're the underdog, you got a chance to stay. But you got to win it at a high level because the key is if the Bearcats don't go dancing, man, the ship might be time to go on a cruise. You know what I mean? And it hurts, to say that, but that's where they're at. And if they don't, that's why I think these next 2 games, these 2 big games are super important to them because they got to show some kind of cohesion together, staff and players to get ready for this gauntlet, man, because you have no easy. I mean, if you do have an easy win, it's not an easy win. Because all those teams are better than Xavier.
Let me ask you guys, if Wes Miller gets a win over Houston, which he's, I believe, 0-10 against in the last 5 years,
I think so.
Does that take him off the ship a little bit? Does that give him more leeway? Because obviously people talk about the Xavier struggles, but Houston has had Wes Miller's number since arriving to Cincinnati, and arguably has had the Bearcats number since Kelvin Sampson got to Houston.
Well, let me say this. I think, and I'll let JT chime in. Right. I think it's more than just the Houston game, because I think the Houston game will help. But at the end of the day, this basketball team has to get to the NCAA tournament. Period. Right? Mm-hmm. And you're going to need more. The Houston game will help. That might give you confidence to then go, beat Texas Tech or whoever else it might be. But they've got to put together a resume to get to the NCAA tournament. Period.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Not for sure. just the piggyback off Meach, what he just said, they have to get a resume together. That's why, like, if you can win, I mean, them losing to Xavier makes it where I feel like they have to win both. But if they could split, they still got a chance. You know what I mean? They split against Clemson and Georgia, still in a decent spot, but you're at 4 losses probably. Still a little dicey. But if you do that and then beat Houston, you give the fan base a chance that you can make it happen in the Big 12, but you have to make it happen. It's kind of like what are you saying? Like you win that game and then you lay an egg and then you lose 4 in a row. People are going to be having signs there that do come to the games. They'll have signs there, and it won't be nice signs at all. There'll be signs that people they might get kicked out the arena type signs. You know what I'm saying? Like they're going to be like, hey, who's going to have the best sign type of a thing? And it's like, oh, did y'all see that? So they gotta stay afloat, man. If he doesn't, the noise can turn up. I mean, it's already a little noisy, especially from the fan base. But you go on this losing streak and you can't win a few. It's gonna get real ugly.
What type of ugly, JT?
Man, Master P sneakers, baby. They're gonna get out there. The Converse or the money outies. Either one. We're gonna have to have one of those. The one when the shoe was in the oven.
That video is hilarious. My man put on the oven mitt.
To get the thing. That's how bad they was. So they didn't want to keep it real. That's when Master P, whoever helped them design those, they see when you have too many people that are just like cool.
Danger boys.
Yeah, like either P is riding with it because it's like I'm Master P, or they was like, hey, these is ugly, but P, you got the juice. People gonna buy them, but nobody kept it real with them. That's why I feel like
nobody did. Nobody did.
Okay.
That's what we were trying to do with you, Neil, with the joke.
You gotta put a hand on the shoulder, like, hey.
Your joke was the equivalent of the Master
P
coming out the oven. Yep.
That's crazy.
No apron was needed for them. They should have kept them in the oven. Let it burn, bro. Get the insurance money.
He said you should have left the joke in the oven, Neil.
Get the insurance money, man.
That's crazy.
Sorry.
Neil's had a tough week, man.
Yeah, man. My bad.
We out here struggling, but it's all right. It's all right.
My bad, Neil, man. It's all love, man.
All right, Neil. We'll give you the mic now. Your turn. Neil, I want you to talk about Wes Miller. And listen, Neil. One thing you're really good at, you're pretty in tune with the Bearcat fan base, what they're talking about, what they're thinking. I mean, agree with me or not, Neil? Do you think the fans have? I think they've turned on Wes.
I think so. I mean, it's not what you want to hear, but I mean, especially after the Eastern Michigan game. I mean, social media was in a frenzy after the Eastern Michigan game. And I mean, you look back and you only put up, 56 points versus a MAC school, a team that was a bye game essentially. I mean, I think that was the turning point. But for me, I think like you guys mentioned, if Wes wants to be here next year, which we all know he does, we know he loves the city, he loves being here at Cincinnati, it's the NCAA tournament or nothing. And you can tell he's starting to feel the pressure, I feel like, especially being around the program too. Like he wants it more than just there's times where if you watch a practice, Wes Miller wants it more than the players, I feel like. Like, I mean, last year in example, I watched Wes Miller punt a ball into the stands at Fifth Third Arena because his team wasn't playing with enough intensity. And I mean, at that point, Cincinnati had a good punter in Mason and Max Fletcher. They both were here in Cincinnati, but Wes Miller had some hang time on that punt, and it was earned, and he wants it just as bad for this fan base, this city, this community. He wants to succeed here. He's great.
Neil, that joke was a little bit better, but it was still.
Meach, I saw that ball hit the upper deck, like that ball hit the ceiling of Fifth Third Arena that he punted.
What do you think?
He got all of it.
It was cool. It wasn't bad. It wasn't as bad as the other one. It was cool.
You
It was all right.
It was
You did
cool.
better,
It was
man.
cool.
You did better.
But
Better.
back to what I was
I
saying.
I ain't gonna get you today on that one, man. I'll let you spare on that one. The other one earlier, I couldn't let that one go.
All right.
But
My bad.
back to what I was saying though. I mean, like you guys, the fan base, they want it just as bad. They know it's NCAA tournament or nothing, and the way college basketball and the new landscape and everything is moving, I mean, it is NCAA tournament or nothing for Cincinnati. They're going to have to find a way to arguably, I mean, the Eastern Michigan game, that loss hurt them more than a lot of people could imagine because that's a quad 4 loss. So now if they want to make the NCAA tournament, say they finish out non-conference, what is it, 8-4, whatever it might be. They're 8-4. If they finish 8-4 right now, that's 12 games. You play 18 in the conference. They're going to have to go 12-6 at least in the Big 12 play. But if they want to make the NCAA tournament, they're probably going to have to go get 13 to 14 wins just because of how bad that Eastern Michigan loss hurt them. So overall, there's a lot of opportunities there, but I do believe that it is NCAA tournament or nothing for Wes, unfortunately.
And I think there are a couple things in concert that we need to talk about. So, and this is not in any order, but first of all, the fan base. We're in a weird, and I text this to you guys. We're in a weird space right now with UC Athletics. Got the football team. Okay, we don't know what's going on with the football team. Getting ready for the bowl game. We don't know who's in, who's out. Guys are in the portal. I'm not sure of the dynamic of who's in the portal and how fans feel about that. I'm just not in tune with that. But I know a lot of people are out on Satterfield. Do you guys agree with that?
Yeah.
Yep.
There are a lot of fans that are out on Satterfield, and anytime that happens, obviously you're going to go after leadership. John Cunningham, Pinto's catching smoke. He's catching strays.
Yeah. Yes.
Right?
Yeah, it's all over social media. It's great.
It is crazy. So you got Pinto, Cunningham, Satterfield, and Wes Miller. And if you were to ask Twitter, all of them would have been fired. Like, I don't know who's running the school, but all of them would be. We run them up.
We have a lot of interns.
it would be wild. Now, so you've got all that. So let's take all that in play right now. So you've got a weird space and dynamic with UC Athletics right now. People you lose to Eastern Michigan, you lose to Xavier, people out on West. You've got to find a way. And I know you don't think about this as a coach, but you got to win your fans back. At least there are a core group of fans that will be at a Bearcat game no matter what.
Yeah.
Support the Bearcats, right? It's just what they do as a family. There's a large group of fans that have said they're not going to go back to Fifth Third Arena.
Yeah.
They're out. Whether they do or not, I don't know if they're just talking and talk, but that's how they feel. You've got to win them back. The beauty of the Big 12 is this. The beauty is you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm looking at 5 more chances right now in the Big 12 of top 25 teams where you can come out, bust your ass, play your heart out, sneak some wins, play competitive, and get the fans to kind of go, okay, this is the product we want to see. I think that's kind of the start of it. And then back to what we talked about. You just got to make the NCAA tournament. Now, I'll be honest, diehard Bearcat fan. I'm a fan first, former player second. Love Wes Miller to death. Love him, man. The guy's great dude. Everybody that knows Wes thinks he's a great person. He truly is. My father passed away. He was at our celebration of life. He did not have to be there. He was there, talked to my family. I've said that before. Think the world of him. Here's the thing, though. Sports has a short menu. Wins and losses. Period. They've got a big uphill to climb to make the NCAA tournament and get this thing turned around. I hope, just like you all do, it's good for the podcast. They do better.
Yep.
It's just good for the city.
It's way better.
Cincinnati sports are down right now, folks. I mean, down bad.
Yeah.
I mean, Reds catching smoke. Yes, what was it? Last couple days.
Yeah, that half-ass offer they gave to Schwarber. Like, we want you, but we're gonna undercut you. Take a discount. Come on, man. Y'all got the money. Stop playing around.
And I bet you the Bengals and Reds were like, woo, or the Bengals and Bearcats were like, woo, let talk bad about the Reds for a little bit. Leave us alone.
Then my man Burrow looked like he was about to like he's ready to smoke on in front of the media. He was out here like, shit, I don't know, man. It's just like he needed a bong in front of the media. He was out here going through it, man.
I've heard some press I'm talking about Cincinnati press conferences, and I've been like, I don't know what that was. That Burrow one?
Yeah.
I don't know what that was. Man. That was up there as one of those like he was talking about Pokemon cards at one point too.
Oh,
yeah, they asked him what he wanted for his birthday or something. Apparently, the offensive line got him a bunch of Pokemon cards.
Hey, more power to Burrow, man. He's one of the, if you look at like top names of athletes ever in Cincinnati history, sports wise, he's up there in terms of a name, and I hope he figures it out. Whatever's going on, get him some more Pokemon cards or something. But like I said, man, I hope this Bearcat basketball team can get this fan base back engaged, get things turned around. So many opportunities to do it. Yeah. I'm going to tell you what. I'm going to tell you guys now. If this basketball team comes out and loses to Georgia, they lose to Clemson, and then get blown out by Houston, our podcast might get defunded. Like it might be, I don't know. People just won't care.
Hey, it might get deeper. You are correct. You might get defunded.
I hate to say it.
We might all get defunded. We might just get started with Neil, then
starting with me, dang.
Trickle down. Trickle down.
Hey, look, Pinto's catching strays, Cunningham, Satterfield, Miller, and Neil Meyer.
Neil Meyer. Then
Neil
we catch the backwinds like when the hurricane hits down in Florida and stuff, and then we get some of the residue. Yeah. It's like raining. He's like, damn, it was just 70 degrees yesterday.
Neil getting that rain right now.
Yeah, man, rain, man. So yeah, we need them to win. We need some wins, man.
Hey, I'm gonna if now it's supposed to snow, right?
Yeah.
Real bad in the evening.
Yeah.
Late at night, early morning. I'm planning to go to practice tomorrow. I think they practice at noon tomorrow. I'm planning to go down and watch. I've been trying to go down once a week, man, and support the guys and the staff, man. Because I really I like everybody there. It's like they're awesome people.
They're great people. Great people.
They're the best, man. It's just back to what I said. Sports has a short menu. Wins and losses.
Did you win some? You live to fight another day. We need a couple of them wins. We need to go get the gun, Craig, because we need the wins.
Hey, Neil has no idea what you're talking about.
No, I do not.
Get the gun, man. We need the gun. No need to put the gun back down. Pop said, put the gun down. Now we need the gun. We need some dubs.
Neil, when I was in college, we watched the movie Friday so much that we would sit and watch it, and my 3 roommates, we would actually start to be the characters and just say their words while we watched it. We saw that we watched. You got to remember, this is back in 1998.
You might have had DVDs back then.
We did have DVDs back then, but we were watching a VHS actually.
Yeah,
I had it on VHS.
Because DVDs were so expensive back then.
They were, and
that was top. In '98, that was top tier back then.
not only were the DVDs, but the DVD players
Yeah.
was, that was one of the big things. But man, we watched Friday so much. Oh my gosh, we recite that movie, man. So Neil, you need to watch. Have you not seen Friday? Friday after next Friday.
I think I've seen Friday, but it's been a while.
Okay.
Yeah, you gotta watch Friday.
Yeah, that's definitely a classic. All right, fellas, I think it's time for us to go, and we can only hope. We can only hope.
Yeah.
Podcast. We're back on track.
Yeah, hopefully, man. Next time we're on, hopefully we got some good news to talk about. But these next couple of weeks, man, about the New Year's, man, we might know something early New Year's. Hopefully, it's good stuff.
Okay, real quick before we jump off, I know the answer that I think you guys are going to say. We'll go you first, Neil. JT, you second. Will Sorsby play in the bowl game? Neil?
If it's me, I don't see him playing in the bowl game, and that's just me being 100. I don't see it.
So your answer is no.
Yep.
JT?
Man, ain't no way you play.
We'll know for sure next week, Meach, because we have bowl practice opening up next week. So we'll know for sure next week.
I hope
JT,
I'm wrong.
JT says he knows now.
No, I don't know. I really don't know. But I feel like the clues that are out there, you know what that that Magic Johnson mean?
I ain't gonna be there.
That's gonna be Sorsby. Respect, that's my guy too. But hey, Sorsby gonna have to hit him with the. He gonna be like, what practice? He gonna be like, you gonna be at practice tomorrow?
Practice. Practice.
Practice? You talking about practice? He about to be. He gone. Nah, but I don't know. It's not like he's told me or anybody in this campus said, hey, JT, he's gone. But if I'm putting any amount of money or just being real, I don't think he's playing in that game.
Especially with what the rumors that he's getting offered out there are. If the reports are true, I just don't see it.
Yeah, I mean, the reports are out there. They're saying, like, it's multiple big schools offering them $4 million plus to play for them. Money talks, BS walks, and if that's true, and it's other schools that I know that they do that. They come and grab people. Miami, they've done it the last 2 years.
The U will do it.
The U's took Beck from Georgia. They took him from Georgia.
They paid him $4.3 million to be horrible.
And he is bad. And then Ward, who was the first pick, they got him from Washington State. They outbid Ohio State. You know what I'm saying? Because Ohio State was in on him tough, and they offered him some big money, and he decided to go to Ohio State. He went to Miami. Not Miami, Ohio, but Miami. So Miami, they spin. So I wouldn't be shocked because Beck is a senior. They're probably keeping tabs on him. There's other big schools that are keeping tabs on Sorsby for sure. So that's that. Those are the word around the street, and money talks, man. Getting $4 million to play a game you love, man. It's hard to say no.
Yeah, no doubt. College athletics is very, very different in 2025, and 2026 and beyond. It will get even more crazy.
Yep.
Guarantee that, because more money will be involved. All right, fellas, this concludes another great podcast. Thanks to all of our sponsors, Donahue Accounting Services, Purple Monkey Project, and Oakley Greens. You're listening to the Bearcat Tip-Off Talk podcast presented by Donahue Accounting Services. For friendly expert tax advice, whenever you need it, come to Donahue Accounting Services, a leading accounting firm in Cincinnati, Ohio. Our top-notch accountants strive to help you resolve all your financial and tax issues. Call Donahue Accounting Services today for a free consultation at 513-528-3982 or visit online at DonahueAccountingService.com. Thanks for listening to another episode of the Bearcat Tip-Off Talk podcast presented by Donahue Accounting Services. Go Bearcats.